Hello, welcome to Star Wars, the third new one. I've seen the first two new ones, and recently the first prequel, none of the other ones. The movie opens with a B major chord, B flat, apologies. So we show Kylo Ren, which I don't remember what happened in the last movie or how it wrapped up, except for that Rey did not take his hand and there was no romance. Very sad. But Kylo Ren finds a triangular prism after killing people. We assume this is important. Cut to the main gang going to Burning Man. There were lovely pig children. The highlight of the movie, honestly. They talk to Rey, and it's like, "What's your name?" But in pig language, and C-3PO translates. And it's like, "My name's Rey." And C-3PO's like, "They would be honored to know..." This is not what he sounds like. "They would be honored to know your family name." She's like, "I don't have one." Okay. Cut to fighting? Then quicksand. And they call it quicksand. And I guess we still use quicksand to, as a valid way to move the plot. But we all know that wasn't sand. It was clearly beans. It looked like beans. Anyway, we fall through the quick beans to a cave with the ship, and it's like, some guy was here looking for the thing that we want, the triangular prism, which Kylo Ren has, which I guess is not dramatic irony, because later they establish that there's two, but I never heard that, so I assumed they were looking for something that he already had. So, most important thing, when they were in the cave, Poe says, "I don't like bones." I don't like bones. He says that. Is this to, like, remind us that Anakin did not like sand? Rey does lightning, at which point I needed to ask my brother, "Is that not normal?" He said, "No, only bad guys do that." Alright. Bad Rey, possibly? We go to a droid hacker who is little and perfect. I love him. My problem, though. Number one, C-3PO says, "I'm here to serve humans." Okay, and I've said this before. My issue with Star Wars, every time they say the word human, they mean humanoid, and they should have, like, a different species name, because, yes, they're humanoid, and, like, that's the way that we can understand them, and I guess if we're going through the point of, like, it's, like, translated for us, because they couldn't even speak English, because we are in a galaxy far, far away, a long time ago, so I feel like, don't call them humans, because, no, call them blip-blorps, and I will believe you, and I will take it, and I'll put it in here. Like, you told me something else was called something, and, like, the Hutts, I guess. I think that's a race. Yeah, and I look at them, be like, you call them this, put it in here. Don't say humans when we're in a galaxy far, far away. Give them a different name, thank you. Anyway, so C-3PO is here to serve humans, and he always addresses humans as, like, Master Luke or Master... And then, because, like, his true friendships before are, like, with R2-D2 and Chewbacca. They're pals. And I think the reason is he could only truly be friends with non-humans because he's here to serve humans, and he's just there just because he's programmed to, because people are mean to him, and it makes me really mad. Now, continuing on whatever planet this is, we see Poe's ex, I guess. and it's like romantic in a way that I don't want it, and it doesn't like help the plot or do anything. But like, oh, they're fighting, and then like Ray knocks her to the floor, and then she's like, not that you care, but you're all right. And then Ray's like, I care. And it just really shows Ray's insecurity in a way that like made me feel really bad for her. She really cared about like this random person's, like she wanted approval from them. Also, at this point in the movie, I feel bad for Chewbacca because based on the Christmas special, he has a family. Like he has a wife and kids, and he's always out helping. And it's like the reality of war, I suppose. But like even in the end, when everyone's like hugging each other and whatever, like why isn't his family at like this home base? He misses them. We meet, I think the droid is named Dio. I don't know. But he has an isosceles triangle head, which automatically makes him look like a greyhound to me, and I like that. Oh, so earlier in the movie, Leia says, never underestimate a droid, and then Rey repeats it later, and I thought that was going to be the theme of the movie, where it's like the droids are going to do a bunch of things, but they never got back to it. Would have been a better theme. Also, every scene with Leia is really bad, and I get it. Of course it is. Okay. Rey uses the knife with the Sith language to... She pulls a bit out, and it's like, oh, you line it up, and you can find where the triangular prism is. But the fact that she approached the wreckage from the exact proper angle and just like, and just found it, like, continuing in the scene where Rey finds the triangular prism, Kylo comes and he's like, and smashes it. They're fighting. She stabs him with her saber, and like, there's a hole in him, but then it's like, Leia's dead. They know, because Force. So she heals him, and based on how to read literature like a professor, if falling downstairs represents, then I'm pretty sure Rey filling like this wound is representative of... I tuned out all the fighting. I don't care. Oh, Palpatine. He's like on this big machinery thing and sort of like hanging. Looks like GLaDOS from Portal. And there's literally and figuratively an underground cult. So Palpatine, who when I wrote notes in my phone, corrected to Palestine, Palpatine is the father of Rey, or grandfather rather. But then that makes you think, who's the mom? And then you think, I don't want to think about that. So Palpatine is like, please, kill me, Rey, and you can take over the throne. Okay. Then Kylo Ren's down there fighting, and then Rey has her saber, and she's like, whoo. And then it goes to him, and that was really cute and very romantic. It's all I wanted. Palpatine begins to take the life force out of them, but first he's like, ow, and his hand's like disintegrating, but then he's like, just kidding, and he takes, and it was like a weird Harry Potter Voldemort thing, where it's like the first time Voldemort touched Harry, it's like, and it turned into sand, and I thought it was like, it hurts because of their parents' love, but that wasn't the case. They just, okay. Okay, then back to fighting. A bunch of people came to help fight. Nice boys. Okay, back to Palpatine. Kills them both. is what it looks like, but no, they're not dead. They're just mostly dead, I guess. And then Rey gets up and forces him to death, and then she dies. Kylo Ren tries to heal Rey with, like, a cuddle, which works. Like, she's up and she's like, Ben! And it's so cute because Kylo Ren has such, like, a legitimate smile, and you would think that's, like, enough to life for her to live, because she literally is conscious, and she said, Ben! But then he kisses her, which is all I wanted. And transfers, I guess, his life to her, and now he's dead. And I'm thinking, can't Rey just transfer half of her life to him? 'Cause a little alive better than no alive? Okay, Luke Ghost. We got Luke Ghost. More Ghost. Death is fake. Isn't it great to live in a universe where you know that ghosts are real and the afterlife is real? Amazing. You'd think that would, like, change a lot of Star Wars religions? I don't know. Also, we had one Porg scream, which I assume is probably required in the contract based on the last movie and the explosion of Porg. I think her name is Jana, this really pretty girl who I think is from a TV show I like. She talks to Lando, and it's like a weird exchange because Lando's like, well, let's find out where you come from. It's like, okay, I guess we're supposed to imply that Lando's her father, and I don't know how to feel about that. Also, I didn't even know who Lando was, and thank God C-3PO introduced him, because I wouldn't have known. But they're like, let's find out where you come from. And so, why her? Like, there's so many of them. Like, why not Finn? Don't we care about Finn, where he came from? No. Okay. Rey buries Luke and Leia's sabers into the sand, and at this point we see that she has very old lady hands, and I was distracted. She has a new yellow lightsaber because Disney needs to sell something new. We see a beautiful long-legged camel, gorgeous creature, I would like my own, and an old witch who says, "What's your name?" And then ghost, more ghost. This movie's a lot of ghost. And Rey's like, me Skywalker, me no Palpatine. Yeah, I didn't like it. The best part about the theater-going experience for me, there was a preview for a Pixar movie called Onward, and I guess it's about two brothers who are trying to bring their dad back to life with a magic wand, but they get like, something happens in the middle of it, and only the dad's legs appear. Just legs. And based on the proportion of his legs, seems like a tall guy, and they really missed the opportunity to title that movie Daddy Longlegs.